What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show. That's right. I am your friend, your homie, your bro, Arrington Gavin, coming to you with another great episode here. We discuss what's trending, and we also bring up thought provoking discussions from the fields of politics, sports, pop culture, and so much more. Look, this is episode 119. That's right, 119. I'm so thrilled to continue to have an opportunity to speak with you, my friends, those who continue to support the show. I just want to say thank you. You could be using your time wisely, watching and supporting any other shows. I mean, come on, this is America. There's so much great talent and great content you can be tuning into, but I'm excited you took the time out to just support an independent grassroots program like the Arrington Gavin Show. We are continuing to grow and grow and grow every step, every minute. We have some great news that I'll be sharing. And I say we because it's a team effort. I have some friends that support behind the scenes with this platform. But I have some great news that I'll be bringing forth to you very, very soon. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to share with you all those good news. But as of today, I hope you're all doing great. I'm actually recording this. It's on a Sunday. It's currently Father's Day, so shout out to all the amazing fathers out there. Shout out, shout out. I hope you all are having a great restful day. I hope you're getting pampered and spoiled as you should. Want to shout out my dad. I'm blessed with two. I have two fathers. My biological dad, Freddie Jones, who's a retired colonel and a pastor and just great dude. Want to shout him out for Happy Father's Day. Also, my bonus dad, my stepfather, Mr. Joseph Scott. I want to shout him out as well, and shout out to my father-in-law Brian Bowles, as well as my brother Madison Jones. He's a father, and my brother-in-law Ramon Harris, who's also a father. So I want to shout out all my friends. You know, friends and family. I'm not gonna name all. Marquis Civils, he's a father. Eric McGee, you're a father. Everybody. There's so many people and so many close friends that I know that are fathers out there. I'm an uncle. I'm a proud uncle. I have two nieces and a nephew. And but I am a dog dad, so my wife was very gracious enough to still give me a gift. And trustingly, I will use that gift very soon. I'm a gift card guy, so she gave me a gift card to one of my favorite stores. So I said, "Oh, I'm gonna use this tonight." Yep, I'm gonna use this tonight. But yeah, so want to thank you all again for continuing to. I'm using that a lot. Continuing. Thank you so much for those who consistently support the Arrington Gavin Show, coming to you with new episodes as I see scrolling down at the bottom, every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But we're gonna actually start transitioning into a new schedule very soon. I'm gonna make an announcement on social media. So for those who follow me on Instagram at Arrington Gavin, or any of our social media platforms, R Smooth Club Media on Instagram, as well as RSC Media on X, please stay tuned for those news of the schedule will change and all that good stuff. But as of right now, it's still showing Monday, Wednesday, Fridays from Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. We dropped the audio version, so we dropped the podcast version of this episode, which you can listen to on all major podcast platforms, whether that's iHeart, Spotify, Odyssey, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. You can just tune in to the Arrington Gavin Show. If you want to make it go, make it easier for you, type in the search bar R Smooth Club Media. Okay, R Smooth Club Media, and then you'll be able to find out all of our shows on demand and past episodes. If you prefer to watch the video version of this show, you can do that by going to our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. New videos will drop at 5 p.m. On those days, and also Rumble at the Arrington Gavin Show, as well as Facebook and X. So Facebook is R Smooth Club Podcast, and X is RSC Media. Shout out to ESPTV, because you can check out reruns of the show every Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on ESPTV on Facebook, as well as ErnestSmithProductions.com. Y'all, like I said, the show has continued to grow. I just can't wait to share the news with you, man. It's going to be happening very, very soon, but I'm excited. I just wanted to let you know the best is yet to come here on this program. I remember when I first started really podcasting, I did it amongst a group of friends, and still do that to this day. We host a In Your City, Our Smooth Club presents In Your City, which is a weekly radio show as well as podcast with my friends Ciroc Fox and Michelle Young and Cam Godley. That's something that I do with my friends, and then I have my solo baby here, which I've never could imagine me having that time to just speak alone. But I don't feel like I'm speaking alone, because for you who are listening right now or watching, you're my audience. You're the people I'm speaking with, and we're having a great conversation every time that that logo up there says live on air. We're always having a great time. But y'all, we got a lot to impact today in the short time, so got a few stories I'm going to be bringing up. Of course, if you haven't heard of the most recent news involving hip hop media mogul Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, Puffy, Puff Daddy. He tried to be called Love. He wanted to be called Love, and it is not. It's not it's not looking like a lot of love is coming his way. I'll just say that, because Diddy is on a downfall. He's on a downfall, y'all. You know what's been going on. I'm not really going to backtrack it, but it's involving the domestic incident that occurred with him and his former girlfriend, singer Cassie, and other allegations that he is facing. Even worse, to the point where the FBI raided 2 of his properties, had put his kids in the custody, in cuffs. It's a sad time. But before we get on, we're talking about Diddy, also another hip hop icon. On a good note, and then moving on a good note, hip hop icon and reality star Flavor Flav is in the news for some good stuff. Football player, NFL star Terrell Lewis. Ooh, this is gonna be a funny one for you all. I hope y'all stay tuned for this one. And then also comedian and actor George Lopez is in the news. So we're gonna be impacting each of those individual stories shortly. We're gonna do a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what's happening in the world of pop culture. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, welcome back here on the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Look, I want to shout out some of our amazing supporters of the program. I want to shout out Bernardo's Menswear. Yes, my good friend, Miss Bernardo Johnson, is a man that knows his thing or two about style, okay? I've bought a few pieces from him, shoes as well. His store has some amazing suits, let's say a business casual attire, even, attire that you just want to go out, have a kickback night out with the fellas. Man, I'm telling you, this man knows his way around style. Let me tell you something. He's one of the most stylish individuals I know. If you are trying to up your game, fellas, when it comes to style, I highly recommend Bernardo Johnson. His shop, if you're in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, you can visit his store located in downtown Norfolk in MacArthur Mall. Okay, at MacArthur Mall on the first floor, Bernardo's Menswear. Or if you are out of state, hey, you can go online and shop. To all you have to do is go to www.bernardosmenswear.com. Okay, that's www.bernardosmenswear.com. Also, I want to acknowledge another supporter of the show, Ingenious Gin. That's right, Ingenious Gin is a rose gold, black owned, veteran owned gin brand. It is awesome for those gin explorers and gin connoisseurs. If you're looking to add a new uh gin favorite to your collection, I highly recommend Ingenious Gin. Now, look, I have always been a bourbon, whiskey, even tequila. But I tell you, I was never really a gin lover until I had Ingenious Gin. I gotta thank and shout out my good friends Reggie and Lawrence, who are co-owners of the amazing Ingenious Gin. For those who are watching, you've seen a lot of the commercials being played. I mean, it's a great spirit. If you want to grab yourself a bottle, hey, go to your local Spirit or ABC stores wherever you are located, or you can shop online at www.ingeniousgin.com. Follow them on all social medias at Ingenious Gin. I'm telling you, it is amazing. But most of all, though, when you do so, make sure to drink responsibly. So if you are under 21, nope, not But if you are 21 or over, hey, enjoy a good drink responsibly. Keyword responsibly, y'all. So I want to shout them out as well. Look, let's get it going with the show, though, because as I've spoken before of the known things we have going on right now, that's trending. I'm gonna bring up our first story involving hip hop media mogul. Really, the career is going. It's going now. You can't say what he has done in the industry is gonna people are gonna forget about that because he had a success with that. But right now, man, it's hurting. It's suffering. So give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Diddy Combs has officially returned the key to the city of New York City. That is he is a hometown native of, I believe, Harlem. I want to say Harlem was his hometown, and recently, I know people have seen the people have seen the video of the video involving Diddy and his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura, I believe her last name was. Um, it all went worse for him personally, and I've said this before. When the allegation came, they were just allegations. No one really knew at the time, but when he immediately paid with everything was closed with a settlement outside of court. To me, that's a sign of a guilty individual. Then he was slowly but surely, removing himself from different brands because obviously it was a bad look with all the heavy allegations that was occurring to him. But when the video came out, all hell broke loose. I mean, it really did. Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, was on a local news outlet, and he acknowledged that they're gonna do what they can to try and get the key to the city, because the key to the city is given to individuals who have always put out a positive impact in the community. A hometown person, very well known, recognizable, that's done a lot in the community on a like I said, on a positive note. So they reward them with, what, you are a hero to the community. We're gonna award you the key to the city. Diddy was one of those individuals that received the key to the city. So this is an article reported by NBC News. It says here, Sean Diddy Combs has returned the New York key to the city after Mayor Eric Adams requested it back earlier this month following the circulation of a video showing Combs physically assaulting his ex-girlfriend Cassie in 2016. Adams initially awarded Combs the key to the city in September, the month of September. Security video obtained by CNN appeared to show Combs attacking Cassie in a hotel hallway, matching an incident that she had detailed in a federal lawsuit in November. Now, the footage from the March 2016 showed Combs walking behind a woman near an elevator, grabbing her and throwing her onto the ground. He appeared to kick the woman twice and drag her by her sweatshirt. In a letter addressed to a communications representative for the musician, Adams said he was deeply disturbed by the assault footage. He quote, I strongly condemn these actions and stand in solidarity with all survivors of domestic violence, and domestic and gender-based violence. Adams wrote, our city has worked tirelessly to make sure survivors are heard and seen by our administration. The letter was sent to address 4 homes in Los Angeles and New York City on June 4th. According to the mayor's office, the key was returned to the city 6 days later. Now, Combs have been hit with a wave of civil lawsuits in recent months and is now the subject of a federal investigation, sources has told NBC News. Now, guys, since November, Combs has been hit with 5 lawsuits in New York accusing him of sexual assault, sexual trafficking, and engaging in other criminal activities. Combs has denied all the allegations, calling them sickening. All right. So, boom, right then and there, Combs rejected all of it. But that's why it gets even worse, because y'all seen the video. So it makes you wonder who's lying and who's telling the truth in this aspect, guys. Cassie alleged in her suit that Combs raped and physically abused her, including by punching, beating, kicking, and stomping her over the course of their relationship. The lawsuit was settled the day after it was filed. Combs, at the time, vehemently denied the allegations through his lawyer. All right. Now, the way the law system works, now I'm no expert, guys, but I mean, y'all have seen the crime shows, y'all should watch Law and Order, Criminal Minds, all the, NCIS, all that stuff. When you're accused of something, what's the first thing I always says? A guilty person say, I want to speak with my attorney. The attorney says, hey, don't say anything, I'll do the talking, because most attorneys know the certain terminology. They know how to what's the word, to put on the poker face, because the guilty person is they're gonna physically show some signs of, I think, did they caught me? Did they catch me in my line? Can they tell if I'm like, they're gonna see that. Now it says here, guys, in March, federal agents executed searches of Combs properties, as I mentioned before, in one I think in Florida, and the other one, no, excuse me, one in California, one in New York City, where guns were found and his phones were seized at an airport as part of a warrant issued for the U.S. District Court for the Southern District, for the Southern District of New York. Law enforcement sources said at the time. So, guys, this is big, because I was unaware. I never knew you could return a key to the city. I didn't know, because, and the reason why I guess I was unaware, because I mean, look at how many people, at least that we know, has ever done something so bad where the mayor asked, no, we need you to return that key to the city because you don't deserve that. Not at all. You need to give that back right now. You do not stand of great representation of this great city of New York. And I actually have family, a lot of my family in New York City. I love New York City. It's it's a city that never sleeps, a city of opportunities, it's a city of so much great culture, food, entertainment, the whole 9 yards. But one thing I will say is that this is not New York City. This meaning Sean D. Combs, he is not the representation of New York City. Okay. So I stand and give praise to and praise the mayor of New York City for one, putting that out in the public to say, no, you need to get that key back. I'm not messing with it. No, you need to get that back. And sure enough, he gave it back. Again, this is just a continuation of what I call the Diddy downfall. There's countless documentaries now that are being played, talking about all the bad and negative of what's going on with Diddy's life. There's literally roast comedy shows talking about Diddy, that the whole theme is Diddy. You see media mogul and hip hop great 50 Cent. He just sold a Diddy doc, I believe, to Netflix. Somebody won in a bidding war, and I want to say it was Netflix. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, he's making money off it, which is a little. I really want to know what's the beef between those two. Like, really, like, it's getting a bit. 50 was already, going after him on social media and with the jokes, and the jabs and this and that, and without Diddy ever responding, by the way, without Diddy ever responding. But he was being real, he was really bashing him a lot on social media, and now he's doing this. So it's like, really, what's the story? What's the background story between those two? Because why is 50 like putting so much time into blasting this individual? Right? He has his own music, label. He has his media label. He has all these shows. He has so much stuff happening on his side, but now, I still make the time to make sure I blast. Like, he wakes up in the morning, go to the gym, I work, do this. Oh, and I gotta blast Diddy. Like, what's the deal? What's the deal? But yeah, so we will move forward, y'all. But we will continue to stay tuned of the more, because this is just the beginning. What's going on with Diddy's career? There have been videos on social media showing people finding him. There's like, oh, where's Diddy at now? And they'll just find him randomly, at certain spots in California, and he seems to just be, keeping it positive and trying to put a cover on, like, say, oh yeah, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, like he's, like, yeah, I still have fans, and most likely he probably still does have fans. One thing about public figures, especially those who are in the not even just the public eye, but for those who have huge popularity, like in music or any form of entertainment, they're always going to have their diehards. Right now, is what you have to start thinking is, okay, how do you separate the artists from the individual? The artists from the individual. Now, since we're kind of in the music industry right now, was talking with Diddy, let's think of another iconic artist that is very well known that had the worst downfall of his career. That's Robert Kelly, R. Kelly. Okay. So there are still people that love R. Kelly's music that will still play it, that will still listen to it. There's the same people that do not condone his actions and do not like him, and like, hey, look, he got what he deserved. But again, there's just some people that completely said, no, I'm done with R. Kelly. I'm not listening to his music. I don't want nothing to do with it. People are doing that right now with Diddy, right? People are doing that right now with Diddy. But it doesn't make, what am I trying to say? Does that make the individual wrong or the fan wrong to still support the artists? Because they don't support the individual, but they support the art form? Like, does that still make them wrong? No, I will already answer that right now. No, it doesn't make you guilty at all. It's difficult because how far separate is the individual from the art? You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of the big thing. Like, how far away are they separate from that art form? So it'll be difficult. Like, I mean, Diddy has a lot of songs that I enjoy to listen to. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's difficult. I will say this though, I have not played any since the allegations. I have not listened to any since the allegations, but I cannot lie and say I wasn't a fan. I mean, I was even a fan of Diddy as an entrepreneur. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. He was some of the people I've always looked up as on the business side of things, and just the way the style. Well, like I was a fan. I was. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that, y'all. But there's so many other great individuals out there that you can also start looking up to and start taking, jotting down, taking notes from, and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's good. It is what it is right now, y'all. It is what it is, but it's not looking sharp for Sean Diddy Combs. But we will continue to follow up with any new stories happening with him, and from there on, like I said, we will always cover it. I want to have some bring on some people that work within the industry and just some experts involving this, these allegations, and even I would love to have in the future people that speak against domestic violence as well, because that is something that we always need to continue to support, stand by, and also do more research, because domestic violence, y'all, is rampant. Okay, this occurs in households. This occurs in the workplace. It's so and it's hard because victims don't speak up. Right there, we need to start realizing signs from people that might not speak up that are victims of domestic violence. So I truly hope that you can. We all should continue to do our part in order to help prevent that from happening. Y'all, we're gonna do another commercial break here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere. Don't change that dial, because if you change that dial, well, you just change the dial. So just don't do it. Okay? Be right back here on the Arrington Gavin Show. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin. Don't go anywhere.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
What is going on, family? Welcome back. Welcome back here on the Arrington Gavin Show. So, I thought this was really cool. Famous, I'll say, popular streaming platform Tubi has surpassed Disney Plus, Peacock, Max, formerly known as HBO Max, but now called Max, and Paramount Plus in viewership. Okay. Yes, you're like, wait, Arrington, you're lying. No, I am not. No, I'm not. It says here recently, and give me 1 second, let me pull up the article. It says here recently, Tubi, yes, surpassed all these major platforms in viewership for most watched month ever in the month of May. So in the era of streamflation, this is reported, by the way, by the Jasmine brand. You can find her on social media, on Instagram and all social media platforms. In the era of streamflation, Tubi is thriving as subscription prices for Netflix, Disney Plus, Max, and Peacock have increased over the past year. More consumers are gravitating towards Tubi, the free ad-supported video on demand service owned by Fox Corporation. Now, before I continue to read that, yes, it is true. Tubi is a Fox Corporation owned company. Fox Corporation, the same Fox that owns Fox News, the same Fox that owns FX, the same Fox that owns let's see what else, Fox Nation, all of the Fox affiliates. Like, Fox owns Tubi. And if you can go on YouTube and type in Roland Martin and follow him too. Follow, subscribe to his channel, support his show, Roland Martin Unfiltered. I'm a huge fan of Roland S. Martin. Roland Martin spoke on his platform to help inform and guide people when it comes to how the media works, right? Especially corporate owned media entities. So you should, I think I'm gonna just say, just Google Roland Martin and Tubi, and just see where it leads you there. Hopefully, it shows to a pretty popular clip that he spoke about. But Tubi, I will say, I'm a fan of Tubi. I watch Tubi. I'm a subscriber of Tubi. I love it. It's free. It usually brings when it started off, it was bringing a lot of like old videos, and not like super super old like black and white videos, but just old videos from like your youth. From I haven't seen this in like the past you know 10 or 15 years kind of movies. It'll bring old films, kind of outdated films. It'll bring a lot of independent films. So for a lot of the independent content creators out there, it was a major platform, and it still is a major platform for you to promote and produce your not produce, but just promote your work. It has TV shows, and it's now currently they have their own original content. Like, they have Tubi original sitcom shows and movies, and you rarely would see recognizable face until I'm like, wait, I remember seeing Bruce Willis had done a Tubi original film. Okay, Tubi now, the same platform that will show a BC, a low budget film. I mean, they have become so popular because if you watch some of their low budget action films, their stunt doubles is it's perfect. It's priceless. Like, I could say I'm jumping from one building to the next. What they would do is I would jump up, and then they would change to another camera shot showing a wider angle, and they would literally show like a stuffed animal, like a test dummy, just like toss it, and you can see it clear as day. Like, their stunts are not fooling anybody when it comes to some of the films that they have up there. But it's priceless, and it brings on great content and great conversation on social media, and just again, funny humor. But Tubi has also grown people to really enjoy independent films with newer content, stuff that you don't see in the higher corporate, in movie theaters and things like that. Because let's be honest, we get tired of seeing the same old repeats. Medical shows or medical movie, um, a crime show, a regular just comedy. Like it's just they have TV alone is getting very basic, right? You already see what's coming. Same with the sitcoms, reality TV. Oh, that's another thing. I mean, it's all basic stuff. Reality TV is about drama, 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 drama. It's not going to succeed without the drama. When it comes to movie shows, when it goes to the movie theaters, they're repeating a lot of the same stuff because it's like, okay, let's just extend a franchise. Let's do such and such uh eight. Okay, let's do such and such. This is the fourth installment of this franchise, or let's just do another film that has a typical horror flick where okay, everybody gonna die and it's that like it's common stuff. Like I really feel as though people in Hollywood, creators and directors, the corporations, they want to make the money, but as far as the directors and producers, they're like, look, I have new material, but give me the opportunity to do so. Right now we just want you to continue to extend, keep the same thing you're doing good, just keep on making us that money, keep it steady. But Tubi's different. Tubi, you have so many unique creators and content creators out there, you get a little bit of everything, right? Perfect example, I remember watching the movie Notorious. The gentleman that played Biggie in the film is like a Tubi phenomenon. He's on so many Tubi films, and he plays like plays a gangster role, but it's like he's on multiple Tubi films. There is so many. I mean, it's great content. It really is. It's great content. People fall asleep on Tubi because they're like, no, I'm not watching this. It's too low budget. I don't want to watch a lot of low budget content. They have older films that were very popular back in the day, and they also have great comedy films as well too, because there's a lot of comedians that might not have their specials or their shows on your Paramount Plus or your Max, which Max is owned by but owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is now owns Discovery, HBO, CNN, all the they have a lot of ownership in the channels. Peacock is owned by NBC, Disney Plus is obviously owned by the mouse. Okay, you get your ESPN, Hulu, ABC, all that stuff, and then Paramount is a CBS owned streaming service. So it's just a growth in how streaming services continuing to build and thrive, because this is a digital world we're living in, the world of streaming. I myself and I'm continue to work. Our show is growing. We might have an opportunity to potentially even get on some streaming networks. We fingers crossed. I'm hoping that's our goal for this program. But streaming is it's the future, y'all. It's faster. You can watch it on demand. You don't have to, you could have the option if you want to do ads or not as many ads. I mean, it's just about kickback, watching straightforward, television, and it's so convenient, right? Yes, it does make on the business side, it makes it tougher for movie theaters to stay open. My wife and I, we still take the time to go to the movies. It's like it's the atmosphere. It's just how you do it. You're going to get your popcorn, your candy, sit and enjoy a good movie. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Now, I will say, movie theaters, they gotta lower those previews up, because sometimes I feel like I've already watched the movie after just watching the previews. Previews take about damn near 30 minutes. I'm exhausted after previews. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get out. I'm done. That's my only pet peeve when it comes to going to movie theaters, is that the previews are too damn long. All right. If I'm wrong, y'all, please let me know. Hit me up on my socials. Let me know. DM, comment right now on our YouTube channel as we speak. But it is just too long. I do not like that. But coming back to Tubi, man, I think this is awesome, man. I thought it was hilarious as well, because my dear friend Cam Golly, who's our producer for my weekly radio show in your city, he's not a Tubi supporter at all, right? And then I'm like, you better stop falling asleep on Tubi, man. Tubi got some great films. They got some great films, man. I'm telling you. I know most recent Pam Grier and Damon Wayans did a film on Tubi, which is pretty dope. So it's good stuff. People are know what to expect. Sometimes those like low budget films, they just hit different, right? I remember a comedy movie called Who Made the Potato Salad. It had Jaleel White, who is known from the world as Urkel from Family Matters. It had Tiny from was it Tiny? Yeah. Tiny, who played Debo in Friday. It had Clifton Powell, Pinky from Friday. Who else did it have? Oh, it had so many other known people in that. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say D. Ray Davis might have been in that film too. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was. But it's just a great film, y'all. I'm telling you, a great service. So, and it's free. I mean, who doesn't love all the movies, comedy shows, TV shows, all this content for free? Keyword free. Free 99. Okay. That's another thing that's so gravitating. Free streaming services to me is the ultimate perfect concept, especially if you offer a lot of content, even up-to-date content, because Tubi has a platform where you can watch a live streaming channel. So I know like ABC has their little streaming channel, they call it ABC Live, which is normally played on like a lot of smart devices and smart TVs. Same for NBC and other platforms. It's genius because everything is getting costly now. It's costly to keep lights running on in your house. It's costly to even put food on your table right now. Everything costs to put gas in your car. And then when you look at the price for cable, it's high as hell. So like my wife and I, we don't use cable. The only thing we use is we pay for we obviously pay for internet access, but we have all the now. I think we kind of overdid it because we have so many streaming services, like so many. We have all these streaming services that I just named. We have them, okay, and more, okay. We have them all because your boy is a news buff, so I got to get all my news. I remember when CNN first had their streaming service. I'm like, oh, I got to get it because I got Fox Nation here. I need to YouTube TV, so I watch obviously all my news platform, News Nation, CNN, MSNBC. I got Peacock. Okay, so I get the MSNBC platform through there. So we use a lot of the streaming service, but I love all the streaming services as well. So I think that kudo, awesome sauce for Tubi. Keep up the great work. If you haven't checked out anything from Tubi, you're living under a rock, people, because you gotta check them out. All right. We're gonna move it on. We're moving on. Another pretty popular story that has come across my feed is actor comedian George Lopez. George Lopez accused of walking out of a gig early. All right. Now George Lopez, known from the hit sitcom TV show The George Lopez Show. I was a fan, one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. I've actually witnessed George Lopez in person. My wife and I caught him at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, front row seats, perfect seats. I'll never forget it. We had I posted a picture of us there, and he had liked it. And I was just like, oh my God, George Lopez. He's like, I mean, it's George Lopez. The man was swagged out, man, dope dude, hilarious. Obviously, at a comedian at his stature, he does those on tour shows, promoting a special, and he had a special, I think, at the time on might have been on HBO, and he's just he's an icon in the comedy game. But this right here, and I'm pretty sure comedians have done it before. Leaving out of a set early, depending on if the crowd is not feeling it or if he's not feeling the crowd. I mean, I'm pretty sure performers have left and say, I'm gonna cut this short because I'm exhausted, I'm tired, and I'm ready to jet. So it says here, let me read some more on this. Attendees of a recent George Lopez show in California are getting full reimbursement as an apology after the comedian walked out 30 minutes early during his set. Now, 30 minutes is a lot, y'all, because depending on the comedian. So, and I'm learning this a lot through a lot of friends I have in the comedy world. if you are an opener, you're most likely gonna do either 5 or 10 minutes, like like a host or anything like that. You might do 5 or 10 minute set. Um, sometimes headliners might just do 30 minutes alone. Now, some of them might do an hour. And it all depends on the venue, it all depends on the function. If you have multiple comedians, if you have say 3 comedians, you might, like I said, do 5, 15, and 30 and call it a day. That's a full comedy show. If you have 2 comedians, one might do 15, the headliner might do 45 minutes. So headliner might do 90 minutes. Now, not 90 minutes, 60 minutes. I would say that, and I've gone to a lot of comedy shows. The one individual that I want to see him again and again and again and again. He's one of my favorite comedians, D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley really gave the people money's worth for a show. He had, and I kid you not, he might have had, oh my goodness, he might have had a total of 4. He might have had 3 opening acts. A few of them, really, all 2 of them I was very familiar with. One was a gentleman by the name of Bo, last name Dacious. Bo Dacious. He's from the Hampton Roads area, but he's a very famous, mainstream comedian. He's been on tour with D.L. Hughley for I think over 10 years, 10 almost 15 years. There was another gentleman, I'm blanking on his name, but he was a co-host of D.L. Hughley's radio show, a syndicated show. And then you had another gentleman who I didn't know who he was, and then D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley, I kid you not, had to be on set for about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, because after he did his comedy set, he was talking with every person that came to watch, and that's just like, that's a dope thing, man, because you're like, nah, this is the last show. I'm gonna talk and have some fun with y'all, and just like that is so cool. Now, I have attended a George Lopez show, enjoyed myself. Now, the only thing that I did not like, which I think that's more on the venue and not George Lopez, is the tickets that we had bought at the time. This was a long time ago, by the way. This is a long time ago. They were tickets that involved a meet and greet, meaning, hey, look, you meet them, greet them, grab a picture, call it Christmas. Not like nothing like we on party and all that stuff at the end. No, just, hey, you get to meet them, greet, grab a picture, go. That did not happen. After he finished his set, we were all just like chilling out in the theater. A lot of people that had paid for the meet and greet, we were just chilling and just like, do. Is he gonna come out now? Was he using the bathroom? What's happening? Then finally, a person on staff of the venue has said, I'm sorry, he doesn't do meet and greets. We apologize for for the inconvenience for those who had put that on there, but yeah, he doesn't do, and we just now find out he doesn't. And I'm just like, what? So to me, the venue should have already got all this requirements done beforehand, before you start selling tickets, especially put it in as a feature in the ticket package that you purchase, because now that's false advertising. Now, if we can also bring the argument, okay, did he just bring that to them the day of that very night and that very moment? Because the venue has always been pretty sharp. They're never bad on, they're professional corporate owned business. So it's like, they don't have mishaps like this ever. A lot of comedians are always taking pictures, meet and greet, and that's what they do. Some of them do so on a some of them might do really going to comedy shows and all that great stuff. My wife and I, we've probably gone to more comedy shows than actually going to concerts. I'm dead serious, y'all. We go to more comedy shows than we do concerts. But I want to read a little more on this. So it says here, oh, we're having a little technical difficulties. Oh, no, we're not. So reading a little more on this article. This article, by the way, is reported by KTLA5, LA's very own local media news outlet out in Los Angeles. It says here, after the fans The apology was met after the comedian walked out for 30 minutes early during his set. Eagle Mountain Casino staff says Lopez let down his fans when the show unexpectedly ended early. Once Lopez walked to his dressing room, he nor his team offered an apology to the casino team or guests, nor any explanation as to why Mr. Lopez did not want to continue and left 15 minutes later. And so, hold on. He did not continue and left 15 minutes later and was transported back to Portersville Airport by the Eagle Mountain Casino Transportation. In a social media post addressing the incident, the casino statement suggests that Lopez's departure was due to hecklers, adding that there were opportunities for his team to escort anyone out. Okay, now that has been done too, because the most recent comedy show my wife and I were at a Lord have mercy, Wanda Sykes. We were at a Wanda Sykes comedy show, and there was a heckler in the crowd. Out. Um, also, there was a heckler, and they you need to careful. This is people stuff, it's insane. So it says here, George's personal security team worked with the security order and safety individuals. The casino's security was not adequate. George is not obligated to perform in an unsafe environment. He feels badly that those who came to see the show were unable to do so as a result. Eagle Mountain Casino contested the claims. It was the job of Lopez's private security team to inform casino security if they wanted to escort anyone out, which never occurred. Eagle Mountain added, under the casino's discretion, no guests were unruly or providing an unsafe environment. Officials says his walkout came as a shock, considering the two comedians who opened before him did not highlight any concerns or issues. While we did see guests yelling out, we see recordings showing those saying, "We love you. Can we buy you a drink, etc." An assistant general manager of the Eagle Mountain, Tiffany Sahagan, said. So, as of right now, it says Eagle Mountain said that the casino will offer all attendees a full reimbursement of their Lopez tickets and free tickets for equal or lesser value to any future 2024 shows at the casino. As part of their statement, casino staff said they were above and beyond throughout their experience with the comedian to accommodate him for the cancellation of a show in April for a medical emergency to his escort to the airport Friday evening. Now, for the second time, the comedian is causing the casino to once again accommodate guests by reimbursement show tickets and going above and beyond to ensure guests know the casino values their business and only wants to provide a positive experience while visiting, which Eagle Mountain Casino staff said. So, that being said, have y'all ever experienced anybody walking out or finishing out early at a venue? Because this is very this is very Anita Baker-ish, like George. I mean, what's the deal? Why were you leaving? For one, why'd you leave early? 30 minutes early, bro. Man, come on. People paid to see you, and that's what kills me. And he has not said publicly if he was sick or if there was a heckler, like they said, then kick their asses out. Get security to kick them out. Why would you just say, I'm out of here? Because it's gonna be a bad look for you. It's gonna be a bad look for your brain. It's gonna make people say, well, I don't want to see this guy again. I got a bad taste after he did that. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. And George, you are a very respected man in the world of comedy and entertainment. Like, why would you with a statue like this? You just had a show. I don't know if it's still going on or canceled, but you and your daughter had a very popular sitcom show. Like, come on, like, why are you doing this now? Why are you doing this now? Anyways, y'all, we're gonna do a quick commercial break. But we come back. We had a couple more stories we'll be sharing here on the program. So don't go anywhere. And do me a favor, do not change that dial. All right, y'all. We are back here on the Arrington Gavin show. Look, I wanted to bring up this story I thought was pretty dope. So, hip hop icon, reality star legend in a, really Flavor Flav. Yes, that's right. I think that was a pretty good impersonation. Flavor Flav. Um, Flavor Flav is doing some great stuff in the community. Every time you see that man, he's just happy to be alive. He's happy for I mean, people always embrace him with just open arms, like, yo, you a legend, man. Let's give him his flowers. He's always sorry about that, y'all. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. No worries, no worries. Um, we're gonna get this taken care of shortly. So, where was I? Where was I at? Yes. So talking about Flavor Flav. So let me go ahead and bring this story because Flavor Flav, hip hop media icon, not radio, reality star, legend, had a viral moment when he showed where he posted a picture of him. He had ordered the full menu over at Red Lobster in an attempt to save the Cheddar Bay biscuits from bankruptcy. Because yes, Red Lobster is facing, or I think they already filed bankruptcy. The famous chain that is known for their Cheddar Bay biscuits and other foods. They've been in existence for years. I'm a fan of Red Lobster, and he just said, no, we got to do something about this. So, I can just picture him saying, "Save the Cheddar Bay biscuits. You gotta save the biscuits." Wow. like y'all know that's how Play would be talking. But look, it says here, Red Lobster has teamed up with the longtime fan Flavor Flav to announce the return of Crab Fest. The annual seafood celebration offers guests a variety of crab dish featuring wild caught crab legs prepared with new flavors, including Cajun butter, roasted garlic butter, and simplest steam. Now, my thing is, will this help them stay Will this help them stay in business? For one, will this save them from bankruptcy? It possibly could. Well, I'll say it like this: they're still probably going to be closing some shops, but at least it helps keep some franchise spots still open, because maybe this might just help the one where he's located at, right? What kind of how big of a presence does Flavor Flav really have? But I think he does. I think he has a great presence. I would just say this: this person is his brand, his image, everything he does is just dope stuff, right? Flavor Flav, he's, like I said, he's one of the I will say the legends when it comes to the growth with reality TV. He had the Flavor of Love. Who can't remember that? He was also on other reality TV series from that time. And he's just living his best life. But I hope and pray that that Red Lobster will continue to find a way to stay open, stay in existence. I'm seeing um a lot of prominent, well-known corporate businesses, whether they're shopping stores or restaurant chains. A lot of them are filing bankruptcy. They're closing, and it's unfortunate, because that means when they close, a lot of people lose it. A lot of people, they don't have a way to make money. They have to start looking for other jobs. It's unfortunate, because a lot, sometimes that might be the breadwinner and they just lost their jobs. So it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, y'all, what I'm saying. But I think now even companies are struggling, long-standing companies that are in the billionaire status, right? Um, they're having a they're having a hard time to, how can we keep up with the times? How can we keep up with these other new restaurants? Do we need to go vegan? Do we need to do more of a hybrid? Do we need to, deliver? Like, what are we struggling right now? And this happens with a lot of businesses. Hell, I'm a business owner, guys. I always have to know what I need to do to keep attraction going for my consumers, right? What's going to keep the spark? What's going to keep my mission statement interesting and all that good stuff? And I have a team behind me that has to do so, because we have creative directors, we have people that, okay, look, we're out here in the community, we see what people want to see, and your business, you have to do what they say. You have to do what a lot of people are talking about, and what say your business is missing, and what they're failing in, this and that and the other. So that being said, hey, it's important while you have reviews, right? You better start paying attention at those reviews. You better start paying attention. But look, y'all, we're coming to gonna be coming to a close with this. But like I mentioned before, read a little more on this story with Flavor Flav, because it is extremely interesting. It was funny at first, but at the end of the day, he is doing it for a great cause, because like I said, if they start closing a lot of stores, that means a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs, and you don't want that to happen. So shout out to Flavor Flav for buying the whole menu at Red Lobster. Before I go, little quick fun fact. We have like less than a minute left on the program. I met my parents. The first meal I had when I met my future in-laws, we went to Red Lobster, and I was extremely nervous. I kid you not, I went to the bathroom and I threw up. Not because of the taste of the food, I was just a nervous wreck. And I remember me and my future father-in-law, we were eating those biscuits, man, having a great time. But your boy was so nervous, and I said, bleh, I just puked. Okay, I just puked, and I came back out like nothing happened. And then eventually, I told my wife, I'm like, yeah. By the way, I puked that time when I left, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But anyway, y'all, be sure to continue to tune into the show. Yeah, the the order and the days we're going to come on the schedule process. That's what I'm looking for. We're going to be changing up the schedule process very soon. So do me a favor, continue to stay tuned, support, follow me on social media, all that great stuff. I truly appreciate it, y'all. I got some great news coming forth with you very soon. So y'all take care, stay blessed, and I will see you next time, my friends. I'm out.